Welcome to the Wong Decision. This week we are watching Electric Dreams, either episode 2 or episode 8, depending on how you see it. The episode is titled The Impossible
Planet.
The Impossible Planet. This is a TV show from 2017. Enjoy. Welcome to the Wong Decision, a podcast where two northern boys lightheartedly talk about the work of phenomenal northern actor Benedict Wong.
Yeah.
All right, mate. So how are you since last week?
Oh, great. I haven't changed my clothes.
No, haven't changed anything.
I haven't moved. Just been waiting here.
And isn't it funny how the time of the day that we've started this episode a whole week later is like almost identical to the time that we stopped the last episode?
To the time we stopped. Yeah.
So you can
like half an hour on from the time of day that we, or like 35, 40 minutes from when we started. Yeah.
Exactly.
Amazing, isn't it?
It's remarkable.
Yeah.
No, we are banking these. You can take that to the bank. Now, I wanted to open up with a gambit that follows on from a previous episode that we did.
Cool.
I won't take too long.
No, you take as much time as you need.
I think you'll enjoy this. I'm going to give you 2 facts. And then you can tell me what you make of them. Okay. So, Fight Club premiered at the 56th Venice International Film Festival on September 10th, 1999.
Yep.
Now, Capricorn, a brand new name, was the first single taken from 30 Seconds to Mars. It was issued a month before the album's release. This is the first album from the band 30 Seconds to Mars.
Okay.
Released July 23rd, 2002.
Okay. 2002. Okay.
So, in 1999,
Yeah.
Fight Club came out.
Yeah.
In 2002, 30 Seconds to Mars released their first music.
Okay.
Why do you think I'm bringing this up?
Something to do with Jared fucking Leto.
Yeah. No, there was an episode a while back where you were saying that you're not such a fan of Jared Leto.
No.
I'm trying to dangle my phone onto the floor.
That doesn't sound like me, but...
So, I was under the illusion that he was a musician who turned to acting.
Oh, really? Did we discuss that on the episode?
No, well, we might have discussed that.
But that was just your impression.
But it goes the other way around.
Yeah. He was in Panic Room as well. Was that not
prior to?
I think that was prior. Maybe. I know.
That makes it so much worse.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? I don't know why, but it does.
Because like David Bowie being in a film is like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, totally.
But Jared Leto being in a band is like, oh.
But like, there's people that do it, right? So there's a guy called Steve, or his character name is Steve in Stranger Things, and he releases music under the name Joe.
Yeah, DJO.
And it's sound.
Yeah,
it's fine. It's because he doesn't think he's the God's gift to the world, and then just turn out this kind of like over-egged, mediocre shit.
I don't know why that changes things. I guess like Childish Gambino did that.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of everything, isn't he? But yeah.
And it's fine.
It is fine. It's Jared Leto, man. It's that guy.
Yeah. I don't know. You know what? Now that I've said it, I thought it'd be funny, but I'm realizing there's something kind of like tearing people down about that.
About Jared Leto?
No, about me voicing that as a reason to laugh at a person.
No, I think the reason that you're laughing is because it's Jared Leto. That's it. That's it.
Okay, so if I'm I'm trying to make sense of that from an ethical standpoint, whether I can justify it. It's like, you're not supposed to laugh at people, but this person is funny, so
you can laugh at him. It's okay. He'll be fine, I'm sure. I think it just bounces off him. He just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, you get these people, and this is going to bring it around to our favourite, or our favourite? He's the main actor we're talking about today. But you get these people who you cast because they are movie stars, right? So Brad Pitt in pretty much everything. I think he's a good actor, Brad Pitt, but he pretty much plays Brad Pitt in most stuff. Tom Cruise almost definitely plays Tom Cruise in pretty much everything.
Yeah.
I think Brad Pitt's probably more actory than Tom Cruise is. But you would have, even Michael Caine. People who are like well-established actors from back in the day, they still kind of just playing Michael Caine.
Yeah, big time.
Jared Leto is not that, right? You don't get Jared Leto in to play Jared Leto. He's just not, because he's not got that charismatic energy, the pull, the movie star thing that someone like Tom Cruise has.
Well, you could say he's like a diverse actor who brings a lot of different characters.
Well, I think he could have been had he have not let his head get so big. But instead, he thought, no, you get me in to be Jared Leto, and I'm this, I'm trying to do the Joaquin Phoenix thing where I'm really fucking intense on all these things. But sorry, bro, you're nowhere near as good as Joaquin Phoenix or Daniel Day-Lewis or the people who do bring that. And you end up just coming across as this, like, look at me, I'm me. Whereas Joaquin Phoenix and Daniel Day-Lewis don't go in going, look at me, I'm me. They go in and pretend like they're this real fucking person doing the thing. And it's a different thing.
Right. Like that thing. And
he's kind of doing a bit of both.
Yeah, okay. He's like,
but also neither.
Not quite got a foot successful in either camp.
Yeah.
I heard Denzel Washington say that if you ever think you're doing well while you're acting, you fucked it. Because you're no longer in the thing. You are now thinking that you are doing well doing the thing, and that's what people will see.
And in Blade Runner 2036, was it? Nexus Dawn. Do you think that Jared Leto is sat there thinking he's fucking nailing it?
I kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think he's pure heart trying to bring the most character that he can.
I think it's a little Jared Leto in the middle of his chest, in his soul, going, you're fucking nailing this, Jared.
Anyway, welcome to this week's Dop Hates Jared Leto.
Yeah, this is a tangent episode. This is like,
it's
like
a sub-pod.
This is like a Star Wars story, tangent episode. It's not about the actual actor that we're here to talk about. No, it is. It is about Ben Dubs.
It's about Ben Dubs. I realised I didn't intro this. Maybe I'll try and intro it. Will I try and intro it in the pre-intro? Explain what the show is? Or should I just jump in now and do the intro to the show?
I think you should pre-intro it, but allude to it in the pre-intro.
Shall I do one now and then also do one later?
Yeah.
And we'll see which is better and we'll leave them both in.
Love it.
Welcome to The Wong Decision, a podcast where two Northern boys lightheartedly talk about the work of phenomenal Northern actor Benedict Wong, who you might know from such hits as Electric Dreams Season 1, Episode 8 or Episode 2.
Episode who the fuck knows?
Depending on which fucking list you look at.
Entitled Impossible Planet.
Now, who was this directed by?
This was directed by David Farr.
Cool.
Also written for television by David Farr. And I believe that David Farr had quite the hand in a lot of Electric Dreams.
Maybe, was he kind of the showrunner?
Yeah, it seems so.
I don't know, it was a British thing, wasn't it? And I don't know if in Britain we use the term showrunner.
I guess. I mean, he's actually only credited for one episode. So,
so maybe definitely not that then.
Yeah, I mean, it's all based off the works of Philip K. Dick. So Philip K. Dick was the writer behind
Fucking love Philip
Blade Runner.
Dick. Blade Runner. Total Recall. The Adjustment Bureau.
Yeah, these are all things that the Philip K. Dick version wasn't Blade Runner. It was Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Yeah, so it's all
and Total Recall was We'll Remember It For You Wholesale.
Right. So it's all taken from these novels and then turned into massive movie franchises. And if you're not familiar with Electric Dreams, and you maybe only dived into this one episode in preparation for this podcast, or maybe you're gonna watch it after discovering this podcast, it's an anthology series. So
like Black Mirror.
Yeah, they basically jumped on the heels of Black Mirror and said, oh, we could do this with Philip K. Dick stuff, which in concept is great. Yeah, that's a fucking brilliant idea.
Because I think Philip K. Dick's books are a bit, there's not much there for a full film. And they were quite short, so doing them as like 1 hour-ish is a good idea.
Yeah, and I think they're probably, what are we, 10 episode season? They're not all bangers.
No, what was this one called?
This one was called Impossible Planet.
So if anybody does want to watch, don't go by the number of the episode.
Do not go by the number of the episode.
Me.
Oh my God, it fucked me
so
too.
So what happened with you?
Well, I got a text from your good self, Benny G over there.
Yep.
And it said the episode of Benedict Wong is something to this effect. I don't want to quote you. I can't quote you verbatim, but something to this effect. The episode of Benedict Wong is called The Impossible Planet. It's episode 8 or episode 2. I was like, okay. I did not absorb that information.
No, so you watched the wrong one after I sent you that.
Yeah, I went straight into Amazon Prime, right? And I was like, okay, it says it's 2 or 8, Impossible Planet. I was like, all right, cool. So what I did was I went to IMDb to be like, which episode is Impossible Planet then? Is it 2 or 8? It says on IMDb that it's episode 2. So all right, sweet. This used to, when it first premiered, in the UK, and at least it was on Channel 4. I think it's a UK based thing.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
So I had a little look on 4OD, couldn't find it on there, and then went to Amazon Prime, where it is streaming for Prime customers. And IMDb said it was episode 2. Did not check episode
Clanging to
titles.
episode 2. So, I have a pitch for you.
Oh.
Would you like to talk about the first half of that episode? Because I think it was quite good, and I assume we've both seen it.
Episode 2?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I thought it was poor.
I thought it was quite horny. With Matey Girl out of Ted Lasso.
Juno Temple.
And they've all got dreadlocks and...
Yeah.
Yeah. How far did you get before you started thumbing along and going like, is he in this?
I cut to the bit where they were going into the factory with that singer who's playing like an android. Can't remember her name now.
I think... Janelle Monáe.
Yeah, when Janelle Monáe is going into the factory
Good cast.
and there's a moment of like, they don't know, do they, that you've not reprogrammed me or something. Spoilers for that episode.
We really should get back. Like, I know you're the guy to get us back on track, but now we actually are talking about a thing that Benedict Wong is not even in.
Yeah. Oh man, it's bad. I thought it was terrible. I thought it was like a.
So what did you do when you started to think, oh, is he in this? Did you do the thing that I did where you thumb along the bottom and have a look at the thumbnails?
Yeah, basically, Prime has a thing where it tells you the actors in the scene.
Mine wasn't working. I was pausing and it wasn't coming up. I was like,
So I was just buffering along to see if Benedict Wong's name ever came up, because I was thinking, surely he's not just going to be like in it at the very fucking end, and then he just wasn't in it. So then I went back and checked all this stuff, and I was like, and then you know what was so disheartening was that episode, the one that we shouldn't have watched, it was like half an hour long, and then the one with Benny in it is like 50 minutes long. I'm like,
yeah.
Anyway,
you're already an extra 15-20 minutes deep.
Yeah, so we got to it.
I've got like notes in my phone.
Yeah, about that episode. Great. I was thinking like, how
I texted you, man. That was specifically for this reason.
No, but anyway, I mean, we got this now. We've got this.
So, Impossible Dream.
Impossible Planet.
Impossible Planet, sorry, thank you, from Electric Dreams.
Yeah.
Episode 8, according to Amazon's listing.
Yeah, why?
Maybe they restructured because they thought that the series flowed better and retained more viewers
maybe.
a different way or something.
So he plays a character called Andrews, which is a last name, I guess.
Makes sense.
With the S on the end.
Yeah. And he's like they work in kind of space tourism.
Yeah.
In one of them worlds where it's kind of a dystopian future where everything feels like a kind of casino, slightly hedonistic.
It has got that Blade Runner edge. Nothing feels natural.
Yeah.
It feels like Earth. Well, we discover through the episode that it feels like Earth is destroyed itself. Humanity has destroyed Earth, and we now live amongst metal and neon lights.
Exactly. It's neon lights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything's like, it's like a one giant slot machine, and there's a lot of allusion to like VR porn stuff happening.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
So this is from Channel 4. On the IMDb description, it says 2 jaded space tourism employees, Jack Rayner and Benedict Wong, take up an elderly woman's request for a trip back to Earth, a planet which has lost all life due to a catastrophic solar flare. She's easily confused but very rich, so what's the harm in indulging her fantasies? This is a fucking weird description. As the journey unfolds, their scam begins to eat away at them, and they ultimately find themselves dealt a bitter, sweet surprise. So what how did you that's not a very,
to put it in my words, an old woman comes over, knocks on the cabin of Benedict Wong and his mate, and she says, I've got a shitload of money in a briefcase if you can take me to Earth.
Yeah, but she's effectively deaf and has this robot that communicates for her.
Yeah, she's got her own little wooden C-3PO guy.
Yeah, he's creepy as fuck.
He was quite cool, him. Yeah. He looks like he'd be out of Prometheus.
Yeah.
Much like Ben Dubs.
Right.
I think he's in Prometheus, isn't he?
I think you're right, yeah.
And basically they know that they can't fulfill her wish to go to Earth. And they just take her money and go like, yeah, we'll take you to Earth. And they take her to some random planet that looks a little bit like it. And they feel a little bit conflicted, but ultimately they just want to take the money. And then it just gets well surreal, and they go down onto this desolate planet, and then they run out of oxygen and take off their masks, and they just swim in this beautiful lake.
Yeah, she manages to fulfill the fantasy, but they're all dead.
And Ben Dubs just fucks off with all the money.
Yeah, but does he? Because isn't he not stuck there now?
No, well, I guess they left it ambiguous, but I took it that he was about to bail and that he would have.
Right.
But you're right, we go into then the perspective of the characters who've gone into this kind of dream world.
Yeah, I feel like in the to get to Ben and his role in this, I think he's fully phoning this role in, but he's doing something that is in his wheelhouse and he's so good at, which is just being a mardy, fucking grumpy northern dude who's just like, oh fuck it, who cares? Like, you know, I'm not bothered. Like, you know, when there's a knock on the door, he's all like, its sign says, you know, keep out, or it says we're bit, or can you not read the sign? You know, like he's a bit like that. I think he's so good at it, but I think you can tell that he's just pressed like that button on his acting board and just gone, yeah, just hit that.
Oh, like, okay, I see what you mean. I thought you meant like props wise, he's not really engaging with what all the text meant to be, and he's just like, press that button, yeah, you're in.
Well, I mean, it's kind of also doing that too by proxy, but like, you know, there's certain things as a musician, right, as a guitarist, someone says, I want you to do a solo, and I'm just like, okay, I could do a pretty good solo in a kind of pentatonic blues scale, right? And I would not really think about it, and it'd be all right. It was not blowing any doors off, but it'd be like, yeah, that's fine. Benedict Wong's doing that here, except his threshold for what is good is like way higher. So when he phones it in, it's still fucking good.
Yeah, I like that though. Like, people who are great and then they're working not at the limit of what they can do is a nice feeling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I try and fix this? I feel like I'm actually getting sunburned.
Of course you can, yeah. Half your face is like a different colour.
I'm only blind if I look in a certain place. 6, sorry. So where were we? Like actors.
He's just phoning it in, but also still doing a good job.
That's how I feel about like the band Wolfpack, who I'm a big fan of. It's like on most of their stuff, they're all very competent, kind of incredible, whatever, but they're not operating at their limits at all. They're just vibing, and it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, totally. I mean, there's roles that he's done that we've talked about where he is hamming it up a bit, giving it beans,
like Kublai Khan, for example.
Exactly, yeah. But I think he's, even when he's hamming it up, I think he's very believable. But in this, he's extremely believable,
right? Because he's offering very little.
But yeah, he's just like pressed the button and gone, yeah, cool. Because I think there is a world in which he could get typecast for that sort of role, of being like a bit of a grump. Like, if I don't think we're going to be talking about it on this podcast, but his role in Three Body Problem is a lot like that. He's a bit of like a grumpy cop.
Is it?
You know, he's a bit like, oh, fucking hell, right? What the fuck's this then?
See, you say things like this, and I don't mean to scare you, right? But you say that, and I'm thinking, damn, makes me want to extend this 10-episode limited run.
Do not make me watch that show again.
Yeah, he's just sort of chilling in it. I feel as though that type of just giving it away energy helps to bring a kind of credibility to these sci-fi worlds. Yeah. Because it's like, although their world is mental, these people are just people. Yeah,
exactly. I think the other guy in it does a good job as well, who plays...
yeah, go on. Have you got the name of the
he plays
of second lead in the show?
The actor's Jack Rayner. He plays a character called Norton. So again, these are just be the surnames, because they're just like cast. There's crew on the
it's
ship.
Very like naval military.
Yeah.
Kind of vibes.
He does a good job as well.
He's good. I thought it was Kit Harington, and then I realised that it's not all him.
No. God,
but he looks.
They blew all the money on Benedict Wong for this.
That's a good point. He looks kind of 5% similar.
We need a Kit Harington type.
Yeah, he's good, that guy. Actually, I feel like what have I seen him in? I don't know. Do you know what? I don't think I care. He was good though. He was really good in this show.
Yeah, he did a good job. He was in Midsommar.
Oh shit, he is in Midsommar. That's actually sick.
Midsommar.
There was one thing that Midsommar. There was one thing that occurred to me, and I think this was the feeling that I came away from, because I liked this show when it was on, or I watched this show rather when it was on. I was quite excited about it in advance. Yeah. Because like you said, it's a good premise, like Black Mirror, but with Philip K. Dick stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's high budget, low budget at the same time.
Yeah.
And they don't nail it.
No.
Like, something from my zero budget world that I've learned is like, if you haven't got the budget to do something big, then do something small. And I don't mean in terms of stories and stuff. I basically mean in terms of visuals.
Yeah, production design and effects and stuff.
And like, if they'd have done their big spaceship as a kind of small white corridor, it probably would have looked better.
Yeah.
Than like there was a thing that I noticed where they had a lot of different colours all happening at once. Like they've got like a green clothes and a blue light over there and a big red wash coming over this side.
Right.
And it feels like a kid's, like when a load of kids' toys are on the floor and it's just like there's just so many colours and it's like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean the whole thing felt like a set in the whole time, and like maybe partly intentionally, but I don't think in the way that it came across. But when you watch like high school short films or some shit, and it's like a very obvious red and green light for like a nighttime kind of eerie thing.
And you can just feel that they've put that light just there outside of the shot and just shone it at the person.
Yeah, exactly. Or they've got like a prop window and they've just shone it through that.
Like this. It's like, well, we need them to be bright, so we'll just fucking...
Yeah, it just didn't work for me. I mean, I think again he's doing a great job, but he's in like subpar work in regards to that. But again, it's a good premise. So you hear that you're going to be a main character or one of the main characters in a Philip K. Dick anthology series.
Channel 4.
You'd be like, yeah, fucking great. Sick. British made, generally.
Yeah.
I know Bryan Cranston and some other American actors are in it, but it's a British made thing.
True, he was one of the big poster people for it, wasn't he?
Yeah, and like obviously we mentioned Janelle Monáe before, but I think like when I say he's one of the main characters in it, he's not really, is he? He's another supporting role.
Actually, that's really true. He kind of presents as being one of the main characters, but it's all about...
Well, he's probably the biggest name on it.
Jamie Dornan, what was he called?
Jack Rayner.
Jack Rayner, the old lady. Who was she played by?
Geraldine Chaplin. Oh, she's a big actress. Actor. I've seen her around. But like, I think he's a bigger name, Benedict Wong.
Yeah.
But he's just not on one of the main parts. I mean, he plays his role brilliantly and he wouldn't suit what Jack Rayner's doing and he also wouldn't suit what Geraldine Chaplin's doing either. But I think...
I could see him being the Geraldine role.
Could you?
At a push, with like more old makeup-y prosthetics going on. But no, I take your point. If you were gonna have him as one of the cast and those three characters, that is the one.
He's the one, because he's so good at doing that grumpy northerner thing.
Yeah,
and, But I think it's a shame for him because he'd probably elevate it with a bigger role, but he's just not got that role.
But it's for what he provides to the main character. Of being the guy who's like, oh, I've got this scheme. And the main guy's like, I don't want to do your mad scheme. And he's like, let's just fucking a load of money, mate. Are you joking?
There is some... Go on, sorry.
It's just that. And he kind of like...
I get it.
He like in that way that when terrible crimes are committed by groups of like 3 boys, then none of them would have done it without the other 2.
Yeah.
And he's great at being that role of just like goading on this mate of his to do something that his mate wouldn't have done otherwise. Yeah,
there's something that's not evil about him, that's not bad, but it's kind of like, oh, go on. Oh, yeah, fuck it, go on.
Yeah.
Or a bit like when he's allegedly watching some sort of dodgy porny thing on it, and it doesn't feel like, ooh, this guy's really fucking sinister and creepy. It's just like, oh, he's just a bit of a minging dude.
yeah.
Like, he's just a bit like, oh, yeah, just watch a bit of this on my break.
I think he reminds me of a cowboy builder. Sort of person who they hear about a job and they say, yeah, I'll do that.
When you said that, I thought of a cowboy builder, like someone turning up to build you something, like your extension.
Yeehaw!
And he turns up wearing cowboy gear. It took my brain a second to... that's me. That's my own problem. Let's move on to the look.
Yeah.
This is post Wong in like Doctor as Wong.
Yeah, what year was this?
This was this came out in 2017, and I think this episode was back end of 2017, like September. I think the series ran into 2018. Who's to say when it was shot? I guess, but he's got long hair, or like medium length hair.
Medium length hair. That's good. I don't actually remember how long the hair was, and I saw it all of 5 hours ago.
Bit of a fringe, It's got a bit of a goatee going on,
and they've got like nice, kind of like Star Trek type outfits on, although a little bit pared down. Would you say? Yeah,
I think he looks cool. I think he's the hair and the mustache goatee combination is meant to make him look a bit more like he doesn't really look after himself or he doesn't care.
I remember it now. He does. He has a bit of a bowl cut and like a goatee mustache thing. Yeah.
But again,
and he looks very like scruffy.
And it just works though. It just works, and it's a different, very different energy to him as Wong. Very different energy to him in the Nexus Dawn thing, and playing Marco Polo.
He's a very different character than he was in Nexus Dawn.
And he's very like he manages to not look so imposing and powerful, because that's part of the reason why he works so well in Doctor Strange and he works so well in Marco Polo, is because he looks so imposing and powerful, and in this he just looks like a bit of a fucking geezer, kind of like, ugh.
He's good that he can do both.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing as well, how much you can change a character by giving him a different look? Like, it blows my head when you see people who are like 30 and they give them like a sort of like long scraggly haircut and it's like, oh my god, they just are 17 now. That's amazing.
Right, yeah, I mean, it's what we were talking about before. It's the stereotypes and generalizations of certain looks. Your brain just perceives it in that certain way straight away.
Yeah.
Rightly or wrongly, mostly wrongly.
I think I touched on this, but I saw Mission Impossible last night, the final reckoning.
Oh, yeah. There are not going to be any more reckonings, no?
No more reckonings.
Right, the final one.
I'm reckoning.
Okay.
And the impression that I get from Tom Cruise currently is he looks like... Have you seen that thing where Steve Buscemi is playing a teenager?
No. Oh, yes.
He's got like a backwards baseball cap.
Yeah, from an old sketch thing, yeah.
He's just clearly about 60. That, I feel a little bit like that. Like, Tom Cruise is so physically capable still, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But his face is like he's aging with all of science and technology on his side.
Right.
And he's got this luscious, rich brown hair.
Yeah, like he's paid for it.
Yeah, and it just looks so weird. Like, it looks so... I don't know.
Totally agree.
It's very strange. But the film was good and is, despite his slight aging appearance or non-aging...
Or lack of, yeah.
It's like he's aging and aging backwards at the same time. He's like half a Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Was good. I've completely derailed us, but...
was Benedict Wong in that film?
Benedict Wong, no, and I think he could have been.
I don't want to hear about that film if there's no Benny Wong. I only watch things with Benedict Wong in.
That's good for this.
I have no wider context.
That bodes well. Is there anything else that we need to touch on? Do you feel like we've covered most of the bases?
I think we have. I think it's, again, a sort of an interesting thing for him to be in and for us to have watched, but not a home run in regards to the quality of the piece as a whole, even though his contribution was good. But a worthwhile endeavor because of everything we said about the Philip K. Dick Black Mirror kind of premise. So that's where I stand on it.
Yeah.
But where do you stand on it, Ben? Did Benedict Wong make the Wong decision?
I think... Now, I don't know which way yes and no means, but I think no, he did not make the Wong decision.
Or whatever the Wong decision is.
This was a great decision.
Okay.
I think he's lovely in it. I think my qualms about the set design will just be purely about time. It'll just be that they had this vision and they... it's like if the people on set had just had an extra hour to fuck with stuff, I'm sure they could have made it look nicer, but they got a thing out that told an interesting, fun story, so who cares? It's great.
Fair.
I think this is not a Wong, but a Wong decision,
right?
with a big thumb to the sky.
He's not Wong, but he is.
But he is Wong. Do you know, I was thinking maybe an interesting way of phrasing the question might be, would you recommend somebody to watch this thing?
Oh.
And I don't think I would.
No, I wouldn't.
I certainly wouldn't recommend watching half of a different episode thinking it was this episode and then watching this episode.
Yeah, I would, based on the 2 episodes, I would recommend that they watch the one that didn't have Wong in it, purely for the fact that it's 25 minutes shorter.
I think that might have been a slightly more interesting episode as well.
Or 20 minutes shorter, maybe. Yeah, I think it probably was a more interesting episode.
But, that episode, imagine that episode with Wong in it.
Whoa, would have been all right.
You're absolutely laughing.
Would have been a solid all right.
Now, I like to say, we have our famous ending, of course, but the thing is, on a Channel 4 budget, I'm not sure that he'll have made, compared to, like, he did Doctor Strange 1 year earlier.
Yeah.
He might have come straight off the Strange set into the Electric Dreams set.
This is a one for him kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's done one for them, this one's for him. And, the Philip K. Dick thing is a great reason to do it. But I don't think he'll have got paid. I mean, he got paid, but I don't think he got paid.
No, I agree. And to completely kind of sidewaysly go against that, as we like to say on the Wong Decision, he got paid.
He did get paid, okay.
Wong Decision.
He got paid.
He got paid a little. Wong Decision. Channel 4 budgets. Not Netflix.
Less. Down.
Boom.
Normal.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Wong Decision. Next week, we are watching a beautiful short film called My Dad the Communist, which is freely available on the internet.
Yeah, or you can rent it for £1 from the BFI.
Beautiful. We'll see you there.